One of my goals in 2025 in relation to firearms is to get better at shooting with red dots. It's something that I haven't really practiced a whole lot, and really the only red dot I have right now is the Ruger Ready dot. So this is my Stoeger STR9, and it's an optics ready gun. Came with a whole bunch of different plates for it, and I figured it would be worth starting out and trying to put a red dot on this one because I like shooting this thing so much. And in doing a little bit of research for this gun, I found out that the adapter plate C is the one that I needed for the RMSC footprint, and dropping that on the slide of this gun with the factory screws, it worked out perfectly for the Sig Romeo Zero Elite red dot that I purchased. Now, I purchased one of these, I don't know, a few weeks before Christmas, and I was very excited. I've had pretty good luck with the Sig line of red dots for my rifles. But one thing I noticed when I picked it up from Cabell is the package was already opened, and maybe that should have been an indication that there could be a problem with this red dot right out of the box. Again, I haven't done a lot of work with red dots, so for me, getting it and opening it up, I was really excited. The first time around I took this red dot out, I installed it on the gun using the correct screws and putting the little shield on there and everything, put the battery in it, and it powered up. But I started realizing that the red dot was all the way in the top right-hand corner of the viewing window, and no matter what I did with the elevation and windage screws on there, I could not zero the red dot. Now, Sig has an unconditional lifetime warranty on their optics, so a quick email to their service department, and I got an RMA number, and within a couple of weeks, I actually received a new red dot in the mail. So this is the new red dot that I received, or the warranty unit, and this one, obviously, when I got it, the manufacture date was a lot more recent than the other one I had got, and luckily the seal on this package was brand new. So obviously I had high hopes to make this thing work, and here I'm just unboxing it, and again, I have a lot of high hopes for these. I've heard pretty good things about them. They're really budget optics. With a coupon code, I think I paid around $85 for this red dot. And, you know, that's a pretty good deal for somebody that wants to get into shooting these and you don't want to spend a lot of money. You can always buy like a Siley or some other brand like that, which I've heard good things about as well. But I am trying to get a little bit better at buying a little bit higher end equipment, not always going for the cheapest thing out there, even though, again, a lot of times, well, I mean, I say that, but I'm putting it on a $250 handgun, so maybe I should just keep my mouth shut when it comes to that. At any rate, though, this one looks much better. When I took it out of the package, it had everything in the package, obviously, and I was able to mount this on the gun without having any problems as well. So let's take a look at what I actually needed to do to mount this on the gun. And obviously, as you know, I can't show this being installed, but I can show some of the steps along the way. So here you can see the letter C plate mounted on the slide. You can see the original cover that came on there, and this one came with two flathead screws to mount it on there. And then again, here you can see the individual components. The screws that I needed to use on this are the 7403049, and they worked perfectly. And this is, again, just showing the individual components, the red dot with that cover on top of it, and then how it drops down onto the plate that's on the slide. And once again, through the magic of editing, we can very quickly snap that thing on the slide. Now you can see what it looks like fully mounted on there. The screws are nice and snugged. Again, you can't over tighten these because you could damage things. And now when I look down, the red dot, it actually lines up in the center of the viewing window right above my factory sights, which is exactly where I expect it to be. So after all of this, I ended up taking my original red dot, flipping it upside down, and there's a little plastic cover that's kind of stuck on there. I realized what was wrong with my original red dot. The elevation screw was turned so much in one direction that it actually jammed the laser part of the red dot, or the red dot itself, that mechanism, was jammed in one location. And I think with a little bit of fiddling, I might be able to get it loosened up and working. But at any rate, for now, I have a pretty cool red dot on the top of an inexpensive gun. So, I mean, all in, this is really like a $340 installation with a red dot and the cost of the pistol. And I think it's really going to be a good tool for me to get out there, start shooting with my eyes open, and get better at using red dots. So once I do get this thing out to the range and start using it, I will do a better review of the red dot itself. Right now, I can't say how rugged it's going to be or how good it is because I haven't shot it yet. But thanks again for joining me on another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. And I know this might be a little bit different than the recent videos that I've had going, but again, just showing where I'm going as a shooter, where I'm going with my channel. I'm trying to get better and a little bit more diverse with things, so I do want to start using red dots more. Plus, as I start getting older, my eyesight's not quite what it used to be, and I can still hit very well with iron sights on most of my firearms. But if I try to shoot out at a longer distance or try to get better and faster at target acquisition, you have to start looking at different optics. So something I'm going to try. I don't carry this gun very much, but it is a great range gun. And if I can get better at shooting with red dots, who knows? Maybe I'll start carrying them more frequently. So thanks again for watching another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. God bless America. Support your 2A rights. Get out there and shoot. And you remember, if someone asks you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, remind them that freedom is always the greater good.